In the realm of statistics, we often deal with large populations that are simply too big to study in their entirety. Imagine trying to ask every single person in the United States a question for your research project. It would be incredibly time-consuming and expensive. This is where the concept of sampling comes in. Instead of studying an entire population, we can take a smaller, representative group from that population, known as a sample. The size of this sample, aptly called the sample size, plays a crucial role in determining the accuracy and reliability of our research findings. Understanding how to determine the appropriate sample size is a fundamental skill in any field that relies on data analysis, from scientific research to market research and beyond. By grasping the principles of sample size calculation, we can ensure that our studies are efficient, meaningful, and provide us with insights that are truly representative of the larger populations we aim to understand. Let's dive in and explore the world of sample size. In simple terms, sample size refers to the number of individual observations or data points that are included in a statistical sample. It's essentially the number of participants, items, or events that we choose to study from a larger population. Think of it like scooping a cup of coffee beans from a large bag to get a taste of the entire batch. The cup of beans represents our sample, and the number of beans in that cup is our sample size. Just like a few coffee beans can give us a good idea of the overall flavor of the bag, a well-chosen sample can provide valuable insights about the entire population it represents. Choosing the right sample size is crucial for the success of any research study. If our sample size is too small, our results might not accurately reflect the true characteristics of the population, leading to misleading conclusions. On the other hand, an unnecessarily large sample size can be wasteful of resources and time, without significantly improving the accuracy of our findings. Finding that sweet spot, that optimal sample size, helps us strike a balance between getting reliable results and conducting our research efficiently. It ensures that we have enough data points to draw meaningful conclusions while avoiding unnecessary expenses and effort. Section 4. Factors influencing sample size. Several factors come into play when determining the appropriate sample size for a study. One key factor is the desired level of precision or confidence in our results. The more confident we want to be in our findings, the larger our sample size needs to be. Another important consideration is the variability within the population being studied. If the population is highly diverse, we'll need a larger sample size to capture that diversity accurately. The margin of error we're willing to accept, the study design, and the available resources also play a role in determining the ideal sample size. Section 5. Calculating sample size, a step-by-step guide. While the specific formula for calculating sample size can vary depending on the study design and complexity, the general steps involved are relatively straightforward. First, we need to define our population of interest and the research question we aim to answer. Next, we determine the desired confidence level and margin of error for our study. These values reflect how confident we want to be in our results and how much error we're willing to tolerate. We then need to estimate the proportion or variability of the characteristic we're studying within the population. Finally, using a statistical formula or online calculator, we can input these values to determine the appropriate sample size for our research. Section 6. Conclusion. Mastering sample size for accurate insights. Mastering the art of sample size calculation is essential for anyone involved in data analysis and research. By understanding the factors that influence sample size and following a systematic approach to determine the optimal number of participants or observations, we can ensure that our studies are both efficient and insightful. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you apply these concepts and work through practical examples, the more confident you'll become in determining the right sample size for your specific research needs. Through careful planning and a solid understanding of sample size principles, we can unlock the power of statistics to gain valuable insights into the world around us.